Bring you in because I know you know about this happened during the Nixon administration. Similarly, I think the person stepped down, but this time, what do you think? Do you think that she needed to go?
There's a big difference because the Saturday Night Massacre was really about firing the Attorney General when Nixon was the target of an investigation and was actively obstructing justice. I think the president is within his rights here to fire the Attorney General, that he has that ability, and it's not wise that he did. But what's really happened here is that the president and his presidency is in chaos. And it's apparent to all but his most serious defenders and those who are his greatest defenders and advocates. But for Republicans on Capitol Hill, who I'm talking to, who are doubting his abilities, doubting even his stability under pressure, this is an extraordinary series of events. We now have hundreds of thousands of people who have been going into the streets as a result of this. We have a former president, his predecessor, who is encouraging people to go into the streets because what Trump has done here is obstructed American principles. He hasn't obstructed justice. He's obstructed the most basic of American principles of what we stand for as a country in terms of immigration, a nation of immigrants. These are authoritarian pronouncements that he has been making for days now, and it's
Carl,
coming to haunt him.
Stand by, because Timothy Naphtali, he wants to say a few words about this. Did he make this unnecessarily political by firing this person?
Well, first of all, Carl is absolutely right that the circumstances are not the same as the famous Saturday Night Massacre. But what is the same is the president's lack of nuance. There was a tin ear. Nixon had a tin ear about the political moment in the fall of 1973, and Trump has a tin ear. This is not the time to encourage fears of authoritarianism in the United States. The fact that he responds by firing the same night just feeds the concern that many Americans have that this administration does not care about the Constitution. There's a real role for an independent judiciary. We saw it this weekend. Whether or not the acting Attorney General was right to engage in a policy debate is beside the point. The issue is the President needs to restore confidence in his willingness to be disciplined and to respect the Constitution. By firing the acting Attorney General tonight, he didn't do that, and he didn't meet the test of leadership.